Welcome to Kino Quickly, I'm your host, Disco, and today I watched the Netflix original movie, The Last Days of American Crime. The Last Days of American Crime is a 2020 film directed by Oliver Megaton, who I am not very familiar with, and starring Edgar Ramirez, Michael Pitt, Anna Brewster, Patrick Bergen, and Sharlto Copley. So, a bunch of no-names going in right off the bat. This film's not going to have your big-name actors. It's not going to have your Brad Pitts, your Tom Cruises. But what it does have is a bunch of people that they might be people to look to as sort of new up-and-comers, but I wouldn't really say that after watching this movie. They don't really leave a good impression. So the plot of The Last Days of American Crime is basically the U.S. government has installed chips into everybody's heads that prevents them from committing crimes. And the main characters in this movie are criminals. So I think it's a very interesting premise, but the idea of my main characters who I'm supposed to be rooting for are criminals, I really can't stand behind this movie. I think it is a good movie. I think it's very entertaining, and you're going to have a lot of cool action and sort of crime drama and also cool sci-fi stuff, but when it comes to getting behind these characters, I really can't like this movie. It's very divisive in that sense, because I think if nobody committed crime, that would be a good thing. And the fact that this movie sort of portrays crime as something that needs to be done and is sort of a right of people, I think is kind of bad. I would much rather live in a society where nobody commits crime than one where people have the freedom to commit crime or not. So I don't think when it comes to the questions it's asking on morality, that it's asking a very good one, because crime is not a morally good thing. So having your main characters be criminals, I really don't like this movie, and they're not very charming criminals, like, say, your Goodfellas or maybe Airheads, where they're committing a crime, but they have a reason for it. These people are just committing crimes because they're criminals and they hate the government and they hate the nation. So, I mean, really, they're more domestic terrorists, if anything. And so when it comes to me feeling the motives of the characters, I really don't relate to this movie. I really wish they would just fit in and work on making the world a better place by making people laugh, or maybe starting a podcast where they review movies and can sort of inform the general public on the way the culture's headed and what movies to check out and which movies to miss. But when it comes to this movie, I'm gonna have to give it one thumb down and one thumb up. I give it one thumb down for the sort of general messages of the movie, where it's trying to paint crime as a subjective thing, and I give it one thumb up because it is a very good movie. It's very well done and well executed. I just really can't sit there and sort of jive with the message being presented in this movie. So, final rating, one thumb up, one thumb down. And I hope you have a nice day, and I hope you check out a good movie. If you want to see this movie, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it as a very good movie. So, that's my review, and I hope you have a nice day.